Promotional considerations provided by
It took Jimmie Johnson 17 tries to conquer the half mile at Bristol. And look at this burnout. Up the ramp all the way into victory lane. He is smoking the hides even as he makes the turn.
Watch this. That's pretty cool.
Line him back up. Krista, 3 wins in 5 races in 10 short track wins in 49 starts. What a record for Jimmie Johnson.
Well, there are not many things that Jimmie Johnson has not done or has not won in a race car as he throws the Food City groceries out. 50 wins, 4 championships. They say some things are old hat. For you, Bristol is not old hat.
Oh, no, man, we have worked so hard for this. I thought we were in trouble there, but those 4 tires were everything, and I was in the outside lane, which was helpful. But, and I'm thinking of all the times we had all the Lowe's executives here and we ran terrible and crashed on lap 3 and all that stuff. I wish they were all here now. I want to thank all the employee owners at Lowe's. They're great support. And if people want tough tools, head to Lowe's, buy some Cobalt tools. The fans for supporting us. The Chevrolet was awesome. About time, man. I'm so proud of this team. I'm so proud of us setting a mark and going at it and accomplishing what we wanted to.
Congratulations. Enjoy win number 50, the first for Jimmie Johnson at Bristol.
Well, we thought he was just lurking behind Kurt Busch for most of those last 100 laps, but it took a gutsy call and a couple of gutsy moves to get him the win.
The restart did it. I mean, he made all the right moves, went the right way, but I said at the end of the race here, and I'll say it one more time, best closer I've ever seen in the sport. You get him clear to the front, look out.
And again, I think the comeback of the day has to be Kyle Busch in that 18 group. You know, they never gave up. They've worked on that car, and they end up with a top 10 finish. And Kyle will actually leave here in the top 10 in points.
Jimmie Johnson, the winner in Bristol. First time in his career he goes to victory lane in Thunder Valley.
And as we check the points, Mike, 50 career wins. That ties Jimmie Johnson for 10th all-time with Ned Jarrett and Junior Johnson. Look how close these points are. Kenseth second, Jeff Hammond, and I guess taking the biggest tumble was probably Mark Martin, who fell back 9 spots.
Yeah, Clint Bowyer still hangs in that top 12, even though he had problems today. You see Mark all the way back there in 16th. Joey Logano, he slips back also. He's back there in 17th.
The pole sitter who had some problems, and interesting listening to Jimmie Johnson talking about his first win here at Bristol. It's about time. Here's a guy who's won four straight championships with the owner Rick Hendrick working on a 5th, and he's won 3 races this year already.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Tony Stewart wound up second. Matt Yoakum is with Tony.
And what a run to the finish. Tony Stewart scores his first top 5 finish of the season. How would you describe that short run of the checkers, Simone?
Well, I mean, it's a 10-lap sprint to the end there. So, you know, we were too loose the run before that, and we couldn't get the track position. We lost there for a bit, and he left it up to me. So whether I made the right call or not, I don't know. But you know, Darian and these guys did an awesome job, and you know, we got the thing tightened up a little bit to where at the end we could charge. But it was hard. We struggled on restarts until once the track got a lot of. You know, once the track got rubbered in, it was pretty good, but we were terrible when there wasn't any rubber on the track.
Tony Stewart, second in Thunder Valley.
Well, Kurt Busch led the most laps today, and had it not been for that 4-tire change, might have been victory lane.
Yeah, we were solid all day. We just got beat at the end on luck of the draw on restarts. That's what our sport's about. It's just random luck on which lane's going to go, but I don't know. I'd rather lose to any other 41 cars out there than this 48 car. I thought we had them beat. I gave it my heart today, but to come up short, it's all right. We did good at Bristol. I'm happy to have Steve Addington on my team. He's really making me believe the Busch brothers can't drive. It's all about Steve Addington. So great day for our Miller Lite Dodge. It's a shame we didn't bring it home for a victory. We're really good here at Bristol. We're not so good at Martinsville. So, hey, it's all right to finish third.
A solid team effort. Congratulations.
His 270 laps plus led with Steve Addington as crew chief. That's the most ever in any race for Kurt Busch. And, you know, he talked about, you could see it in his eyes. He drove hard. He thought maybe he had the best car. Remember early on when Jimmy Johnson and Chad Knaus were talking about what Kurt Busch and the 2-car had, about how it was tight, and they made an adjustment, almost trying to copy that or mirror that.
He was watching him from the racetrack side of it and trying to get back some information to Chad Knaus to maybe work on his race car. I think they made all the right adjustments. They've got it to where it's definitely better. But if you saw right there at the end, Chris, Steve Addington came over to Kurt Busch and let him know, look, I may have made the wrong call. You drove your heart out. You gave me 110%, and we came up a little bit short. But I think this is a great combination. We talked about it at Atlanta. I think they got on the same page. But, hey, the guys that are all definitely on the same page. You see Mark Martin there talking to Jimmy Johnson. He got in trouble early today, but Jimmy, he kept his nose clean, and he and that young man right there, Chad Knaus, as Darrell Waltrip said, they're deal closers.
Not only do they worry about what they're doing, they watch what other people are doing and try to outdo them. You,
they
of course,
don't miss a trick.
You many times, I know, apologized as a crew chief to Darrell Waltrip when you made mistakes as well.
He had his radio turned off. Not my fault.
All right, so in that 2-tire, 4-tire gamble, though, what was the difference, though? Because both Jimmy Johnson and Kurt Busch went with the 4 tires.
It was track position and the way that double file restart happened. I mean, the holes opened up for Jimmy Johnson. He got a great run on the outside. If Kurt Busch could have cleared and got in right behind Jimmy on the get-go, we may have seen a different finish there, but it didn't work out that way. And fortunately for Jimmy Johnson, Tony Stewart was good enough to keep Kurt Busch from getting to him.
Carl Edwards, Brad Keselowski, they were side by side throughout the race, and there were no problems, no issues. They must have got the message. The gloves were back on in a sense. We saw a 13-car wreck. We didn't see a lot of hot tempers, and usually you see that when you're in Bristol, no matter who it is.
Well, you don't know what's going on right now away from the TV cameras right now. Anything can happen. We're still got one more short track to go when we go to Martinsville next week.
Martinsville, a place that Jimmy Johnson has done very well. Well, that's not great news for everybody else. This is good news, though. Tonight on Fox, you'll be entertained by The Simpsons, The Cleveland Show, Family Guy, and Sons of Tucson. Next Sunday at noon Eastern, we'll be in Martinsville, the oldest and shortest track, and Jimmy Johnson has won 5 of the last 7 races there. And in fact, there's only 5 tracks now that he has not won on after conquering Bristol today.
Are we talking 5? I mean, he's number 6 in the points right now. Is this guy destined to win 5 championships? That's the key.
We're 5 races through. He can add Bristol to his hit list. Jimmy Johnson successful after the weather, toyed with some minor delays. But again, Kurt Busch trying to win back-to-back, led the most laps. Tony Stewart winding up second, and a good run for Greg Biffle. Matt Kenseth, Carl Edwards finishing 4th, 5th, and 6th. So Martinsville next week, the return of the spoiler. The rear wing flies away. For Jeff Hammond, I'm Chris Myers, our entire production crew, Ben Altop in the Hollywood Hotel, Patrick Perrin, our researcher. We hope you enjoyed NASCAR on Fox. Have a great week, and we hope you join us next Sunday again, noon Eastern, from Martinsville, Virginia. Y'all take care. Thank you for watching.